Unfortunately, we got some bad news at the start. For all of you, Sucker Punch fans. Not the movie, Sucker Punch the studio, the game studio. Ghost of Yotei, co-director Nate Fox says that only 10% of Sucker Punch Productions would be excited to develop a new Sly Cooper game. I have not played any of the Sly Cooper games, personally, but I know there's a lot of people out there who really enjoy these games, so let's hear it from the horse's mouth itself.
Hypothetically, if you had like an all-hands meeting at Sucker Punch tomorrow, and you said, next game, it's a new Sly Cooper, what percentage of the studio would say, yeah?
10%?
What?
It's been a long time, Ben, since Sly Cooper has come out.
Hypothetically, if you had...
That's wild. But I mean, I see a 50-50 split on those words there, because like, on one hand, they probably don't want to make Sly Cooper games forever. On the other hand, it's like, damn. I guess that studio really want to do something different. How many Sly Cooper games are there even? We only have 4 games, 5 to count Bentley. Oh, so that answers my question right there. 4 or 5. That's enough, right? I'm not sure how story-driven these are. Sony needs to get more out of their first-party IPs. Well, what does Sucker Punch work on? Ghost of Yotei and, I mean, that's a new Sony IP. If you're talking about as far as Sony mascots, then yeah. It's a little slim pickings out there, ain't it? Someone else at Sony's many studios can work on Sly, but would it still be the same Sly if another studio worked on it? It could be better, it could be worse. What's up, Blaze? How you doing? Welcome on in. Paragon said Sly 4 was handled by Sanzaru, and they effed it up big time. Wait, Sanzaru? Is that the same studio that worked on Sonic Boom or one of the Sonic Boom games on handheld? What's Bandai Namco do that they can work on? Bandai Namco's got their own things going on right now. Really? I heard the Sonic Boom handheld games were alright? I haven't played those. Man, I'm saying, I guess in essence, it's a good thing the studio can do something else and they're not just stuck doing one game forever. Otherwise, you get burnt out like other teams that are literally just, we make one game and one game only. Unless they really like making that one game, right? Where's the Sly Cooper? Didn't they make a Sly Cooper movie, or am I thinking of something else? Sony made a movie based on one of their mascots, and I think it didn't do too well. Was it Sly Cooper, or was it... What's the other Sony one? Is it Ratchet and Clank? It was Ratchet and Clank, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make another movie after that one, Bob. In the future, Sony will not have much to carry on while Nintendo will be flourishing. Don't be so sure, Dewagger. Don't be so sure. Time has a way of changing many things. And I mean, I was gonna say, but look at how many people are looking at Nintendo negatively right now, but then I think about 90 or 80% of those people who are saying Nintendo right now sucks and, oh, their prices are too high and all that bullshit, are the people who are also investing in them. So, again, nothing will change. You're probably right. Nintendo will continue to soar. Ratchet and Clanker? I don't... Oh, wow. No, the Ratchet and Clank movie... The Ratchet and Clank movie, I think, was reviewed okay. I just don't think anyone went to see it. That was the problem. I'm not sure how well reviewed it was, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people actually just didn't see it, and that was the main problem. The movie doesn't make profit unless people go and see it. If it doesn't put butts in seats, the movie fails. Let's check out. Let's just quickly check out that box office on Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank movie box office. Oh. According to the wiki chat, as we all know, Wikipedia is the most trustworthy source. Ratchet and Clank received negative reviews and grossed $14 million on a $20 million budget. It couldn't even break 20 mil, chat. And meanwhile, Demon Slayer movie has already broken 70 million on its first few days. Yeah, I don't know. And now I'm genuinely curious, as someone who has not played the Ratchet and Clank games, why did this movie not review so well? Let's see. Maybe I'll say reception. Ratchet and Clank grossed 8.8 million in North America and 5.6 in other territories for a worldwide of 14.4 million against a production of 20 mil. Did not make its money back. In the United States and Canada, pre-release tracking, blah blah blah. The huge success of Disney's Jungle Book and the strength of Zootopia represented a large portion of the family market. Although support from the Ratchet and Clank fan base has been positive, the turnoff of the film was not sufficient to overcome the highly competitive market price for the opening weekend of the film. Yikes. Because the movie and the game were essentially the same, in a way it was just the movie tie-in endgame, or just cutscenes. Oh. Well? I mean, isn't that what we, the game fans, want, though? Don't we just want the game on the big screen? We just want a let's play of the game on the big screen. Like there are some people who are like, the Sonic movie sucks because they didn't one-for-one transfer it from the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline to the movie. It's like they had to adapt it. It's a combination of the story just being a butchered retelling of the first game and the studio that animated only being known for reboot and a bunch of straight-to-video Barbie movies. Aye. Hang on, if I look up a clip of this movie, how bad would it be? Ratchet and Clank movie trailer? Yeah, that's the thing. You can't just straight do a one-for-one game to movie theater thing. It may make money, but it will not make all the money it can be because you need the normies to go in and watch it too. The fan base can only carry you so far unless your fan base is Pokemon or Grand Theft Auto. Like the big IPs. If you're not one of those two, you're not making that money back. Let's see what this looks like. Let's see what this animation looks like. It doesn't look like the worst thing ever. I don't even remember when this movie came out. Like I was going to theater every week, and I don't remember this film. It doesn't look the worst, but it also doesn't look that impressive. Huh, 2017? 3 years before the Panini. It's alright, right? How to Train Your Dragon? How to Train Your Dragon. What, you saying this came out the same time as How to Train Your Dragon? If that's the case, then this movie stood no chance. Alright. Next news story, chat. This is a feel-good story, but it's a bittersweet news story, chat. A Hollow Knight fan who passed away from cancer in 2019 has been honored in Silk Song as a boss fight. Team Cherry worked with Seth before his death to bring his character into the... Aww. That's actually awesome. And that's the character. See? Occasionally we can have nice things. I love when studios or things, yeah. Clap it up, chat. Clap it up. I love when studios honor their longtime fans, right? That also happened in Sonic Mania. Remember, if you guys remember Sonic Mania, the Badnik, the Motobug Badnik, that the Hard-Boiled Heavy rides is one. Yep, Jimmy, that's the one. Yep. I'm like, and also I learned this a bit ago. That Minecraft movie apparently has a reference to a Minecraft, I think, Let's Player who passed away as well. That was nice. I like when studios honor. Yeah, I like when studios honor, like, their fans, especially hardcore fans. But yeah, anybody who's playing Silk Song, is this a cool boss battle? That's awesome, though. They'd be happy knowing that they got into one of their favorite games. Let's see. The music is sad while you fight. Oh, that's... Huh. And that's one of the... I think this is one of those things you either know or you don't know, because I don't think a lot of people would know that this character is based off of someone, right? But that's nice of them to do that. Didn't get something yet, so 10 at least. My bad, Lays. This was a news story. I put it in here. Well, what do you say we move on to the next news story then? Well, now you'll know, Lays, when you get there. So this one's funny. Apparently at the Demon Slayer screening, they had apparently Toy Story hit theaters again, and they had a mariachi band supposed to go in at the end of the Toy Story movie to mariachi up the theme song of "You Got a Friend in Me." And they went to the wrong theater. This is at the end of Demon Slayer. As you can see, the Japanese back behind it. That is really funny to me. Like, imagine like you're sitting at the end of Demon Slayer, the Demon Slayer movie, and just a mariachi band comes in and everybody's like, what's going on? And they start playing the wrong song credits. Oh no, I bet the audience loved it, but that's still funny as hell. It's like no one told them, "Hey guys, you're in the wrong theater." They were like, "Hey, we might as well get a show." You know what my headcanon is for this story, chat? You know what my headcanon is for this? None of these guys were like a legit like mariachi band, and none of them could read English. So they literally kicked the wrong door down to the theater. They couldn't read what the title of the movie was, and just came in and were like, I guess this is the one. Hit it. Like, I would love this. Meanwhile, the Toy Story, I wonder if the Toy Story movie fans, if they were promised the mariachi band credit theme, and like, but they never got it. They're like, no, the credits are rolling. Where's the mariachi band? Meanwhile, in the Demon Slayer theater. That's funny as hell. But yeah, that's a little funny story, chat. I like that one. Speaking of movies, I saw the Long Walk movie. How was that, Dewagger? No spoilers. I might want to see that. How was that movie? Jin said I want a mariachi band to play for me. You think you want that, but here's the thing, right? Does anybody remember Mucha Lucha? Remember that Mucha Lucha? That episode I like to reference in Mucha Lucha where Ricochet got the mariachi band that followed him and played his theme everywhere. I love that episode. We're going to sing the Ricochet song. Ricochet, 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 the whole day. And he was like, I can't take this mariachi band anymore. That was funny as shit. You might cry watching The Long Walk. Oh. Okay. I wasn't laughing at The Long Walk. I was laughing at the name. Yeah, that's a crazy ass name right there. You're the second person I heard mention that show. What, Mucha Lucha? Mucha Lucha rules, dude. I don't remember much of it, but I specifically remember the mariachi band episode. That was my favorite one. Huh. Yeah, either way. Mariachi band, sick as hell. I hope they got their I hope they got their money's worth right there out of that. That's funny as hell. I wish we had mariachi bands coming into our theater to play songs like this. Mucha Lucha was the shit. Let me just go ahead and let's get to our next news story here. So, chat, this happened a couple of days ago, but did you guys know 35 years ago? God damn, that's old. We old. The Disney afternoon block aired in 1990. I would have been 2 years old. Look at this. Y'all old? Y'all don't know, chat. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. You can't understand how big this was. Look at how well animated this is for a commercial block. Look at how 90s this shit was. I was gonna get into our favorite Disney afternoon shows, chat, but I feel that would take too long. But chat, real quick, just for reference, what's your favorite Disney afternoon show? What was your favorite? If I'm gonna say one off the top of my head, let me think. I might go with Tailspin. Oh, snap. Hey.
76, on the way to Lucky 77. Love you, Wolfie, where we love.
Aw, thank you, Sunrose. Thank you for the 76 months. We'll soon be getting double sevens here. No, Diddy's, you're fine. It's just that's one of the craziest names I think I've seen, and you're actually legit. That's the crazy. Unless you're a really good AI bot. We don't ban based on names unless the name is super offensive. You're good. I'm just laughing. I mean, if your name made me laugh, that's a good first step. Let's see. Oh, DuckTales, Darkwing. I was gonna say Tailspin for Goof. Okay, Ruckus. I think I'm gonna change my vote. Goof Troop was probably my favorite. Goof Troop. I'm gonna say Goof Troop. What's up, Mephiles the Dark as well? Welcome on in. I'm gonna say Goof Troop. Yeah, see, D. Matthew, if your name was that, you would be banned on the spot. Test me, chat. Test me. DuckTales is pretty good though. Was Gargoyles was part of the Disney Afternoon block, wasn't it? Was it? Let's find out. Disney Afternoon block. Okay, Disney Afternoon had shows. It had Adventures of Gummy Bears, chat. Hang on, let me pull this up on the big screen right here. It had DuckTales, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck. Hey, another one. Hey.
Can't stay for long, but figure I'd be free catch up with you all where we hide where we love.
Hey, Lukes, thank you for the 27 months and appreciate that. Now, we're just talking Disney Afternoon block right now, and we got a hype train going, chat. Choo-choo. It is September, so this is the time. We're talking about our favorite Disney Afternoon block. We got Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, Goof Troop Bonkers, Aladdin Gargoyles, the Snookums and Meat funny cartoon show? That was the Ren and Stimpy ripoff, right? Right. Timon and Pumbaa. I remember that show. Timon and Pumbaa. That show was the okay, YouTube loop is on a loop again. Hang on, I'll fix it, chat. I'll fix it. There we go. Quack Pack. Oh god, Quack Pack. That one brings back memories. That was them trying to like appeal to the 90s teen demographic. Quack Pack. Oh, another one? Hey, keep the hype train going. Hey. No, oh wait, that's Ruckus just gifted a sub to Dewagger. Thank you, Ruckus. Appreciate that. Chat, can we get some dancing wolves in the chat, please? Excuse me. I'm running out of breath. You never heard of Quack Pack? Oh, we gotta show the intro to Quack Pack. Hang on. You know we gotta look at the intro to Quack Pack. So for those that don't know, if y'all remember Goof Troop, think Goof Troop, but we're gonna take Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and we're gonna age them up for this show. And this is as 90s as it gets. Y'all never heard of Quack Pack? Oh, I'm about to educate a whole bunch of y'all. So here's Quack Pack. Now, this ain't your daddy's Donald Duck show, okay? Here we go. This is about to get the VOD muted on YouTube, but that's okay. We good. What's going on? Another gifted sub from Ruckus to Paragon during Quack Pack? Let's go. I can only point so many times. I was expecting a message, but there's no message. More Dancing Wolves in chat. All right, here we go. Are we good? All right, let's all watch the intro to Quack Pack. Oh, look, chat. Look at Donald Duck. Look at Donald Duck. He's so old. He's not hip and cool like the 90s kids. If only there was some sort of way to modernize Donald Duck for the kids in the 90s. I gotta say that again, in the 90s, okay? Here we go. Donald Duck, so uncool and so old. Look at him. Watch the TV on a slide projector. Uh-oh. Yeah, we need a big old CRT, chat. Look at how cute, cool Huey, Dewey, and Louie are. How cool is this, chat? Look at how cool they are. Look at their backwards caps and shit. The most 90s ever show. Quack Pack. Yeah. So, for those of you I just awakened a memory in, you're welcome. Also, I'm sorry. Look, no, like, there's a reason a lot of people don't remember the show by name. There's a reason for that. It wasn't that popular. Not saying the quality of the show is bad, but, like, I don't know. Did people really need this? Not really. But, I mean, hey, the designs for Huey, Dewey, and Louie, they looked alright, right? But look at how 90s they were, man. Like, they got that fucking, oh, I love it. Wolfie, I take it back. I like Goof Troop, but I watched the hell out of Timon. Me too. I also used to watch the hell out of Timon and Pumbaa. That show was my shit. I used to love Timon and Pumbaa back in the day. Because I was obsessed with Lion King. That's mostly why. Crossroads, oh, we'll get to that, Sunrose. Don't you wait. Don't you worry. Even Scoots remembers Quack Pack. That's how fucking old we are. Quack Pack. Alright, and we also got the Mighty Ducks. Okay, and that was the end of the Disney afternoon block. All the way up till 97. Then afterwards we had the Disney Kellogg's Alliance, which had Disney's Hercules and 101 Dalmatians. I used to love 101 Dalmatians. I never watched the Hercules show, though. So of these shows, chat, what was your favorite? What was your favorite in the afternoon block? What was your favorite one? I'm going to say Goof Troop. But I'm like Jin, Goof Troop, but I watched the fuck out of Timon and Pumbaa. I watched the hell out of Timon and Pumbaa. Never saw Schnookums and Meat, though. I guess Gargoyles was also part of that, but I never watched Gargoyles. That show was too dark for me as a kid. And by dark, I mean I just didn't like it because it wasn't colorful enough. I have the whole series of Mighty Ducks cartoon. Oh, shit, really? Wait, how do you get the... Did they ever resell the Mighty Ducks on DVD Blu-ray? Are you guys talking about Stand By Me? Stand By Me! Oh, yeah, and the whole time Pumbaa's getting the shit kicked out of him. I remember that, yeah. Darkwing Duck. Can't go wrong with Darkwing. Okay, chat, I know I said we gotta... This is why I said I didn't want to get to the, I didn't want to get into this block too long, but we gotta listen to the Darkwing Ducks credits one more time. I gotta listen to it one more time. Come on. Hang on. Ah! I love this one. That sax player. Come on. Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck. Ah! I love that shit. Darkwing Duck. Man. No. That is one of those outros that lives in my head rent-free. Now watch the Mighty Ducks intro opening. Alright, this is the last one we're going to take a look at. This is the last one, then we got to move on. Hey, what's going on? Oh, the sax. Sunrose. With the Rouge sax. That was almost Rouge sax. Okay. I don't think, you know what, chat? Now I'm thinking about it. I don't think I ever saw the Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks. I watched the show once briefly, but I don't think I ever watched it. Like, I watched the movie, but I never watched the ones with the anthropomorphic ducks in it. Was it a super... I guess I'll watch the intro. It's a 90s intro. It'll tell me what the show's about. I'm betting it's a superhero show with, like, the Ducks being super-powered hockey players or some shit. Here we go. Mighty Ducks Eat animated series opening. Let's see this. Oh my god, it's 90s as fuck. I love it. Oh, it's an actual hockey show? No, wait, they are superheroes. What the hell? This is the 90th shit I've ever seen. Anthropomorphic mascot characters based off the Ninja Turtles and Mighty Max and all that shit. They superhero, they do the sports. Look at the designs. Okay. I kind of want to take a look at an episode of this. That show looks wild to me. That's crazy. Mighty Ducks, Mighty Ducks, Mighty Ducks. But I don't know, it's still not topping. That didn't top Darkwing Duck though. It's gonna be impossible to top Darkwing Duck. It's gonna be damn near impossible, chat. There were a lot of duck shows. What is it? Quack Pack, Mighty Ducks, DuckTales. I mean, 3 is a lot if you really think about it. Duckman, that wasn't a Disney show, but it does count. Well, here's the thing, Legs. I never watched it. I watched, like, as a kid. You know when you flip through channels as a kid, and it would just, a show would just be on, and you just kind of, stop flipping the channel, and you just sit there and just stare at it? I did that with this show. I never actually, like, religiously tuned into this. The show I was religiously tuned into was Sad AM. I used to get the TV guide in the newspaper. Like, when the newspaper came up, I would rip out the TV guide and look for Sonic Sad AM. Saturday morning at whatever time, I was there. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't remember. Most of y'all probably don't know the joys of having to look through a TV guide and newspaper to figure out when your favorite show was coming on. Before the days of the internet, that's how we used to catch our shows. And if you missed it, that was it. That episode was gone to the wind. You will never see that episode again as far as you're concerned, unless they rerun it. But even then, you don't know when the reruns were going to happen. That's just how TVs were back then. Yeah, it was a be there or miss it moment. Those of us who grew up in the 90s know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all remember them pay-per-views? Back in the days of WWF and WCW? Every day at the day after the pay-per-view, everybody in school would be talking about it, wearing their NWO shirts or their Austin 316 shirts back in the day. Yeah, if you didn't see it, you might as well have missed it. That was gone, unless you recorded it on VHS tape. But yeah, different times, man. Different times. All right, chat. You gotta do a react series on Mighty Ducks on your Patreon. I'll do one episode on the Patreon at least. But first, I got a lot of I haven't checked on the Patreon, but like I haven't checked on the poll result yet. But I did put a poll up if you guys want to vote on what the next big movie reaction is gonna be. That's up on Patreon right now. Patreon.com/Wolfie. Wolfie, I have an account I watch that has just the OOC stuff happens in 101 Dalmatians. Let me see this. Oh, no context 101 Dalmatians. 101 Dalmatians was a really good show. I feel it went under the radar though, right? You got mini turtles and ducks to react to. I'm watching, at the moment, chat, on Patreon, I'm watching through DuckTales 2017 and Ninja Turtles 2012. With the occasional Sonic Underground sprinkled in there. Because we can't have nice things in my life. Underground is the shittiest show. It's so bad I had to go off and watch other shows. Yeah, I'm watching Ninja Turtles 2012, the Nickelodeon 3D looking show. I'm watching through that. I'm currently on Season 2, Episode 1. Chat, those of you who go through stores in the 90s will also remember there's a certain cup design that you guys may have seen. Check this out, chat. This design still lingers to this day. Gina Akis, designer of the Solo Jazz Cup, circa 1990. How many of y'all have seen this design? Y'all, everybody you've seen this design somewhere. Ain't that crazy? This thing's been around since the 1990s. You usually see this in like food courts, right? Something about this design. This design, like, is a timeless one, but it is certainly a 90s design. I live that design. This just takes me back to going to the bowling alley. Y'all know the bowling alley with the carpet, the neon, not the neon carpet, but it had that carpet that would glow under the black lights. You know what I mean? That weird, like, Taco Bell looking color scheme they had going on. Man. I swear to God, I've seen this cup before, like, just out. I'm sure theaters still have it, bowling alleys still have it. It's timeless. God damn, she must have made a ton of money off of that. That design is the same age as you? Damn, we old. I had one of those cups back in the day. I think we all did. My bowling alley had those when I lived in Guam. Yeah, there you go, right? I don't think I've ever seen this cup in a hospital before. How's the knee, Wolfie? Heroes, thank you for asking. My knees, it's getting better. It's getting better. I need to remember to put my knee on hot now because they say put your knee on ice for the first few days and then you go to hot. You're supposed to switch to heat after a week, right? I think. Someone here who's had a knee injury can tell me that. You're supposed to go icy the first few days and then go heat, right? You mean it wasn't amputated? No. But if it was, chat, it would have been on workers' comp. I would have had a sick Home Depot bionic knee. You did need those kind words? Okay, heroes. First of all... Hey! No, don't laugh at that. Shut up. Shut up. First of all, there's only one person telling those puns around here, and that's yours truly. You say that stuff again on my show, you're getting timed out. That'd be a lesson to you. Now, that being said, I did need it. Pretty bad. That's a knee slapper. Chat's trying to outdo me in my own game. I can't stand by this. In fact, I can't stand it all because my knee's all fucked up. Oh. Better than one of those people who works at my job, got dislocated his thumb due to a high loader screwing up. Okay, so how about a little bit of a story time, chat? How about a bit of a story time? Okay, so before I came, you know what? I didn't have a dislocated thumb, but I damn near lost mine. Okay, how do I put this? Let me summarize this real quickly. Like, when you say dislocated, do you mean you just had to snap that sucker back in? Like, yeah, Jin remembers the story. Now, you know what? I won't tell it again. We gotta move on, chat. We gotta move on. No, anybody... Okay, who here in chat has suffered a dislocated, like, joint or limb or whatever? Have y'all ever had to pop that stuff back in? That happened to me when I was a kid playing soccer. And that happened to me again when I was, like, in high school. And that loud ass pop when you have to pop that joint back in. I remember the first when they literally did like a shoulder to shoulder tackle just to get that sucker back, like, you know, like that. It was like, oh, hurts like hell for a second, but then you're good again. Yeah, I don't recommend dislocating your joints, chat. It's not fun for you or me or anybody. It popped out of its socket? Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of ice on that shit. So his thumb was just kind of free riding, huh? No way, bro. My own brother nearly lost his thumb by cutting himself with a box. Oh my god, wait, how deep was the cut? Yeah, you need to cut away from yourself. Remember to cut away from yourself with a box cutter. That's crazy. Not on purpose for me, like a freak accident, but not on a socket, just a spasm that popped and got sore a few days. Oh. Well, chat, speaking of things that make you cringe, what do you say we look at something extra cringy, chat? The first look at Jiminy Cricket in the Pinocchio horror movie set in the Poonaverse. That's the name, Poonaverse. The character is voiced by Robert Englund. Does that look creepy enough for y'all, chat? Is this something you'd see in your window? Are you guys scared yet? It's Jiminy Cricket. There's gonna be a Pinocchio horror movie. Yes, based on the same Winnie the Pooh horror films. You like Blood and Honey and all that crap. They really are the lowest common denominator studio, aren't they? Maybe you know what, chat? Maybe I was too harsh on Illumination. Maybe I was a little too harsh on Illumination. I thought they were bottom of the barrel. These guys take it to a whole new level. No, I keep almost saying that too, Jin, and I'm like, I can't say that. They got the Freddy Krueger actor for this? I know. Why does he look like an assassin? Every time I look at it, it gets worse. I hate it. Okay, so wait, Jiminy Cricket? How big is this thing? Cause like, if he's a cricket, what's this scary thing gonna do? All you gotta do is this, chat.
The _ruckus_ just cheered 50 bits. Looking like a discount Super Sentai villain.
I think that might... The Super Sentai villains at least look cool. This just looks... sad. Like I said, if it's a cricket, just... he's dead. Nothing scary about that. If a cricket flew up to me on my desk and it looked like that, that thing's getting clapped. I'm clapping his ass out. He's dead. This dude looks like he'd be on Chris Hansen. How to Catch a Predator? Yeah. It's like, ooh, look at how spooky scary he is. Yeah, you gotta pip slap it. We can't raid spray this. We gotta kill it. Well, chat, we also have a good and bad news. We got Nickelodeon Splat Pack coming. Let's take a look at the Nickelodeon Splat Pack. Rocco's Modern Life. Nickelodeon Guts. What's the third one? Ah, Real Monsters. Huh. So chat, maybe I'm wrong, but I've never played any of these three games before. So honestly, I don't know. Like, there's the bad news, chat. Limited Run Games is doing the physical. If you are interested in the physical edition, it's gonna be Limited Run Games. I know, chat. I know. I had the same reaction. Yeah, it's gonna be Limited Run Games. Sorry, I had to break the news to y'all. But yeah. I've never played Nickelodeon Guts, Rocco's Modern Life, or Ah Real Monsters. I kind of avoided licensed games like The Plague after a certain point. The last one I think I played was probably Animaniacs or Tiny Toons on Nintendo. It's that or game key cards, pretty much. Do I have it? Do I have what? Oh, I got what you're saying. I couldn't read that. You need the voice when you say that. Guts! Nickelodeon Guts! Wait, was Nickelodeon Guts the one with the Okay, hang on. We gotta take a little detour, chat, down nostalgia lane real quick. We gotta take a little look real quick. Okay, chat, I'm gonna offer you 3 shows. You can only watch one. Nickelodeon Guts, Nick Arcade, or Legends of the Hidden Temple. Which of the 3 do you pick to watch on a Saturday morning? If you could pick one, which is the one? Nick Arcade was a trip. Nick Arcade was one of my favorites, man. I remember that. Hang on. Nick Arcade. Someone said Guts. Legends of the Hidden Temple. Hang on. Legends of the Hidden... You know what the... Okay, chat. You know what the worst part about Nick Arcade was? Anybody who watched the kid as a... who watched the show as a kid. Do you remember when the kids would go at the end of the thing and they would go into like the big arcade machine and they would have to green screen and run through the arcade games? And you'd be like, bro, lock in, kids. Grab the thing, grab the shiny on the screen, because like for us, we were watching them like do it on the back of a green screen. Did any team ever beat the actual big arcade? Because again, yeah, those poor kids, like here's what they were seeing, right? Let's eliminate the magic real quick. Here. So let's see. This is what they had. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. That shit's wild to me. That will never not be wild. Imagine trying to do this, chat. Imagine trying to do a whole game show, right? Imagine trying to do a whole game show just like this. Some did, some made it. I don't ever remember seeing an episode where a kid made it to the end of that. Like, just like this on the green screen. What y'all don't see, like the universe. Like, this is what they had to work with. So they're like looking at the screen, they're like, what am I supposed to be grabbing? Here? This? What am I grabbing? And that's why the kids would always fail. But as a kid watching them, you'd be like, you stupid kids. Damn it. If it were me in there, I would have got that. It's that and Legends of the Hidden Temple. No kids ever made it to the... I don't think I've ever seen a kid make it to the end of the Olmec Temple at the end. I don't think I ever saw a kid beat that. Hang on. Legends of the Hidden Temple intro. We gotta watch that one more time. I know, chat. I know. Hang on. Give me a second. Hello, Olmec. From Spelunky fame.
Of the Hidden Temple.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
With your guide,
What was it? The purple monkeys, the green barracudas, the orange anacondas or something like that. They had like all the colors of all the animals. Which team were you on? The red jaguar, yeah, the red jaguars, the purple monkeys. I remember that. Oh, y'all couldn't even see that. Whoops. Let me just put that back on screen for y'all. The orange iguana. Wow, y'all remember the names?
Temple.
I can't even remember the names of those. The silver snakes, the orange iguanas,
Fog.
the purple monkeys.
And here he is now.
Man, that brings me back. Watching that every morning, and I'm, good times, good times. But speaking of Nickelodeon, we're gonna go to this. Someone linked me this. This was Piglet's Big Game. And this is an official Disney product, or is this a fan-made game, chat? What is this? Piglet's Big Game. This is official. Why is it so creepy? Yeah, this is really creepy. It's a horror. No, it's not, chat. You guys are fucking with me. Disney would not make an official horror Winnie the Pooh game. Why? You're not gonna convince me they made a Winnie the Pooh horror game official from Disney. This is a fan game, right? You're being for real. This is some shit that you would see in a fan game. I'm expecting something to come out of the corner and kill him. Wait, but is it actually a horror game, chat? Are you guys, like, fucking with me? According to the producer of the game, Luigi's Mansion Resident Evil inspired this game. They called it Resident Evil dealt in a comical way. That's wild. And they called it Piglet's Big Game. Let me see what this game looked like on the box art. Piglet's Big Game. The cover better not look like some sort of happy-go-lucky game, because... What the hell? This is misleading as hell. Look at this. This looks like a kid-friendly game. Some poor 8-year-old probably got this game and was creeped the fuck out. This does not scream horror game to me. What the hell were they doing? They couldn't even have, like, Piglet being on the box art being like, oh, like, with a ghost behind him or something like that? Wow. Yeah, this does not look like a horror game to me. Like, this environment's eerie as shit. It sounds like this. I'm glad I didn't play these games. Well, chat, there's only one more news story that we can cover today. And that is, y'all seen the shade. Everybody's already seen it. Sega throwing shade at Nintendo like the old days. A reference to their old Sega Genesis commercial. Y'all know the one. You've all seen it by now.
We all know that kart racing game. It's great. We don't need to show it to you. But what if you can blast through and race on a whole nother level?
Welcome to the next level. I love that they literally got the same
warp across different dimensions.
Same commercial too.
Build out your machine and compete head-to-head across different platforms.
What happens if you don't have blast processing?
What if you want to roam around on the open road?
Damn. I actually didn't realize they had a cow there too, because that was the cow was like the cow was the big character reveal for Mario Kart World. That's wild. I wonder if Nintendo of Sega of Japan looked at this and said, "Wait, the Americans did what? They did what? Apologize to Nintendo right now. What did you do?" I'm kidding. I'm sure they're all in sync. I'm sure this is just good natured fun. Cause like, here's the thing. Sega always had to punch up to Nintendo, but Nintendo never acknowledged them. So, well, not to a certain point, but back in the day, Nintendo and Sega were always at each other's throats. But, you know, once Sega dropped out of the console war, Nintendo doesn't even talk about Sega anymore. Why would they? It's good natured, but the fans aren't? Yeah, that's the thing, right? For those of... Look, the console wars are over, chat. The console wars are over. Like, they've been over for 24 years. Like, I was a Sega boy back in the day. Still am. But why am I going to hold on to that animosity? Nintendo won. They won. They beat Sega. I got no animosity towards them. Like, the Sonic versus Mario debate thing, it's fun. Because here's the thing. Okay, one last thing. I do want to say this. You know, people were giving Sega so much shit for saying they wanted Sonic to compete with Mario. And I'm like, I don't understand why they're getting so much shit for that. Like, that's an excellent goal to go for. Why are they getting shit on for saying that? Like, you want your bar to be the gold standard for platformers? That's a really good thing. That means they're taking this more seriously than they used to when they used to shit out Sonic 06s and Secret Ringses and shit like that, because people were going to buy it anyway. Now they're actually taking the IP somewhat seriously. I'm like, that's good. We want Sega to aim for a high bar. We don't want them being like, oh yeah, that Bubsy game coming out, we think we can beat that. No, I want Sega to be like, see that Mario guy over there? One day we're going to be able to compete with that guy again. I'm like, hell yeah, Sega. Strive for that gold. I want them to improve. I mean, most people don't play Mario Kart World much anyway. Well, you say that, chat, but here's the thing. The thing I've heard about Mario Kart World and the reason people aren't playing is because they're forcing the open world thing. All Nintendo has to do to get back in there, all they have to do is turn on 200cc and turn on the, I guess, 3-lap courses, and boom. Mario Kart World will be back on the map again. It'll be back in there. But Nintendo's being stubborn right now, and they're doing that thing. Hey, we can't listen to that. Nintendo's being stubborn and being like, no, you're going to play it our way. We want you to only do 3-lap courses when we want it, but you're going to be doing open world stuff, and a lot of people don't want to do that, so. I mean, again, that's why it's good to have alternatives, because we get stuff like this. Whereas if Mario Kart World is not your cup of tea, you at least have an alternative. And you got Nickelodeon Kart? I think. Is it Nickelodeon Kart or is it Garfield Kart, chat? What is it? Yeah, Garfield Kart 2 or Kirby Air Rider. There is no shortage of racing games to play right now, chat. There's no shortage. You can get it in anywhere you want. Hell yeah. I'm not playing Garfield Kart, though. Nickelodeon games will not be getting a cent out of me anymore. I'm done with Nickelodeon games. That Nickelodeon Smash game burned me. Just like Warner Bros. Will not be getting a cent out of me game-wise. After Multiverses, after the shit they pull with Multiverses. I'll never forgive them for that. I always get concerned with new Sonic games, but I know Sega can succeed. They can succeed. It seems like Sega's... Like I said, you guys... They're not saying this, but like... It's kind of a big deal that Sega actually... You guys don't understand how big a deal it is that Sega got one of their arcade divisions to help make this game. Crossworlds. That's a big deal. The old Sega would not have put another one of their studios on a Sonic game like this. Like... That's a really good sign that Sega is starting to take this a little more seriously with the Sonic IP. I think the movie really opened their eyes to what the IP could be. Because let's face it, up until that point, Sega really was not taking the Sonic IP seriously. It was going to sell no matter what quality it was in, so why should they? Now, after Frontiers and the movie and all that, they care. We shall see. I mean, let's look at the track record so far. Barring Sonic Superstars, barring that game, which is a mixed bag. I don't know how y'all feel about that game. We got Sonic Frontiers, which I said was a pretty good foundation, a good starting foundation. We can build on that and make an A+ game if we build on that game. We had Shadow Generations, which was the most fun I've had playing a 3D Sonic game since Unleashed. And we got this game. So that's like three for three right now, as far as the quality of games going up. So I'll say, yeah, Sega's doing it. Excuse me. Here's a good question, Wolfie. Which platform fighter is worse, Nickelodeon All-Star or Multiverses? Which was worse? Nick Brawl. Multiverses was good when it first was in beta. Nick Brawl was just bad. No voice act. Okay, chat, I know it got patched in later, but when I played it, there was like 8 characters, no voice acting. It was very bare bone minimum. Multiverses, when it first came out, at least that had voice acting. It was fast, it was fun. When it came back, that's when it was worse. When it got slow and like sluggish and it felt like shit, that's when Multiverses got worse. But if I had to say between Multiverses when it launched versus Nickelodeon Brawl when it launched, Multiverses was the better game. But apparently they fixed Multiverses right before it went under, so whatever. Whatever. Multiverses had potential, now then they killed it. They sure killed it. They killed it real good. There's something else at the end of the commercial? Alright. Hey! Just like the actual commercial. Sega! You gotta get the Sega Scream in there. That was definitely the Sega Scream was in the late Genesis games. Sega! All right, now that we have looked at all those, chat, we got it now, chat, and now it's time to do some adulting. So let's take a look at some
Back, Holly.
some
Good to
stocks
have you.
real quick.
Thanks. Good to be here as always.
Gotta
It's
make
quite a
that
setup for
algorithm
Fed
think
Day
we're adults
with
here,
the
chat.
stock market at record highs. The 10-year yield back down to 4%. Gold up 40% into the year.
Wow, gold.
How do you view the risk reward into the Fed?
I think what's really interesting is how
Wow.
the shift in focus from
Crazy.
the market has been on inflation and what the Fed's going to do to now a weakening labor market and a slowing economy. And
All
what
right,
the
well there goes. That's a no. So I guess we can't. Adulting ends now, chat. Now, Lays. Unfortunately for you, it is time for you to go. It's time for some Shinobi. Let's get into it. Oh, unable to sync. What? The hell does that mean? If you play now, you may not have your previous game progress. You may permanently lose it. Uh-oh. Chat, why is my Steam not syncing up? Is it down because it's Tuesday? Uh-oh. Okay, it's in maintenance right now, chat. Okay, so we gotta kill some time. We gotta kill some time. Stall for time. Let's you know what? Well, I got y'all here. We can go back to either Nickelodeon or Disney Afternoon. Take a look at some of our memories. Genesis does commercial. I like the way you think. Let's go. Genesis does. You can't do this. You know what? People shit on Sega for this commercial, but you know what? I think this is a god tier commercial, chat. Think about it. People still to this day quote this commercial. They still sing it. It's catchy. It got the message across. Genesis does. Genesis does. Let's watch the official one.
16-bit arcade graphics.
Oh, this is the remake. That's the remake. We gotta go back to the old one, the original.
Get your Montana.
Hang on.
16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does.
16-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Does. Does. Does.
Get Joe Montana free, Pat Riley free, Buster Douglas free, Super Monaco GP free, or Collins free. What Nintendo? Buy a 16-bit Genesis system between
Man, I'm telling you, the console wars of that era was different, man. It was different. It was different. What's another one they had? Sega used to go for the jugular all the time in their commercials. Hang on. Oh, I remember the Sonic commercial? Sonic, hang on, commercial, Genesis. The one where it's like, I want the, oh, this one was good too. Hang on, they got this one and there's another one. Yeah, the salesman. Let's go with this one first.
Danita Stokes, president of HAG.
It's bad enough that Sega Genesis has the most 16-bit games, but this new Sonic the Hedgehog, oh, he really does my doilies. They say he's incredibly fast. Well, what's the hurry, mister? And about his attitude. Smarty pants. Why can't it be more like that nice boy Mario? Oh! Little brat!
There you go.
Get Sonic free when you buy a Sega
And
Genesis
look,
system at its new price of $149.
What's crazy too is, like, a lot of people don't understand that Sonic was a huge deal at the time. He was the first mascot to ever challenge Mario and almost win for a bit. Almost. There was a good, like, year or two when Genesis was winning before they tanked themselves. But, like, no. That was cool. Hang on.
Gotta go. Hey, guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all
The craziest thing about these commercials, too, is that they actually, like, they straight up had both consoles. Like, I'm surprised they didn't get sued for this.
Check this out,
Like, that's straight up a Super Nintendo playing Mario World right there.
Mario World, wow! What's this one? Oh, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis. Hey, look at these radical colors, huh? Wow, Sonic's fast, too. No, over here. I like Genesis, and it costs a lot less. Wait, kid, that game I'll take Sonic and Genesis. I knew that.
Sonic the Hedgehog. More action, more speed. Sega Genesis.
I mean, again, the price difference, right? $150 in 90s money. How much is $150 in 90s money? $150 90s in the 90s. Oh my god. Okay, chat. You want to take a shot in the dark? Don't look it up, chat. Don't look it up. How much $150 in 90s money was? How much do y'all think that was today in today's standards for the 90s? Don't look it up. Not quite, Lays. Not that much. Not that high inflation. It's crazy though. Ruckus, no, you went over. Hero went under. The answer, chat, is $370. Almost double. Almost double. So you would have paid $370 for a Genesis or $400 something for a Super Nintendo. Yeah. Damn. Play the Super Mario World 2 commercial? Let me see that. Super Mario World 2 commercial? Did Nintendo ever do shots at Sega? This might be one, right? Oh, I remember this commercial. I hated this one.
We crammed everything into Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. 60 more levels, massive enemies, huge Yoshi
I hated
tricks,
this.
all served up with the latest
Yeah,
technology, Morphmation. No more. Sure you don't have room for another little bonus level? Super Mario World 2 only on the Super
I remember
Nintendo.
that commercial. I remember that.
Big one.
I remember that one. I remember that one. I remember that. I hated that commercial. I saw that when I was a kid. I was like, oh, fucking gross. Hang on. Sega Genesis. Oh, wait. Yeah, he explodes. Wasn't there a Kirby one where Kirby was like evil or something like that? Kirby Game Boy commercial? I remember there was a Kirby Game Boy commercial where he was like evil or something like that. He was weird. Oh, was it this one?
Recently, we compared two superheroes, Dashing Super Guy and Kirby from Nintendo.
This is before they knew what Kirby was going to look like. He was still black and white, chat. It was a different time.
In some ways, Kirby lost big. No big hair, no big muscles, no weapons, nothing. All Kirby's got is
Four.
Kirby's Dreamland.
Oh my god, that's horrific.
Game Boy. Kirby munches, spits back, and floats, saving glorious Dreamland. He's Kirby, and he packs a mean bite. Kirby's.
Why did all the Nintendo commercials... Why were they always so gross? Why did he spit that guy out and he became a fucking weird-ass global head thing? Why'd he do that? Tell me why. Miyamoto wanted Kirby to be yellow. Sakurai said pink. Nintendo made him white instead. Oh, that was like the... Oh, yeah, I remember that one. But we're going to look at that one. Hang on. I remember this commercial. Bus. I remember the bus one. Oh, Shinobi went. It's playing, chat. It's playing. Hang on, Hang on, I'll turn it off real quick. We gotta finish this. I remember this. I saw this. This is the first time I had ever seen... The first time I'd ever seen Pokemon was through this commercial. I had no idea what it was. I remember as a kid, I was like, what the hell is Pokemon? And everybody was making a huge deal about it at school, and I was like, what is this? Is it a game where you kill monsters? Because of this commercial.
Hey, little buddy, want a ride?
Pikachu. Whatever.
I'll be right back.
I thought it was a game about killing these things.
On your Game Boy, that's where. Pokemon for Game Boy is here. With both packs, you can catch them all. Games and systems sold separately.
So, chat, this is what... I was about to say, this is what all the 90s kids grew up into. Bus drivers playing Pokemon on their Game Boys. That's us right there, chat. That's us now. Yep. That's us. Yeah, this commercial confused me. I thought it was a game about killing monsters. You don't remember this, honestly? I swear that's Chris Farley, the bus driver. Maybe? Seems like a weird get to have him just do a 30-second commercial. There was a Mario 64 Taco Bell commercial. I don't think I've ever seen that one. We'll look at one more commercial, chat. One more. I'll do a random commercial from chat. Everybody say a commercial. Give me one more game commercial to look at. Give me one that's cool. Or one that's funny. I see 2 Star Foxes. Let's go Star Fox then. Star Fox 64 commercial. Is it this one or it's this one, right?
Star Fox 64 test subject results. Stage 1, space combat mode. Stage 2, multiple interactive 3D.
Oh yeah, this is the 90s of fuck commercial.
Stage 3, intra-squadron dogfighting. Stage 4, sudden jolt Rumble Pack impact control.
Rumble Pack? Oh no, we need those.
64 with Rumble Pack, only for Nintendo 64.
Conclusion, stimulus overload.
Chat, do you remember when you had to buy the Rumble feature for your controller? It was a whole different accessory in order to get the Rumble in there. Man. There's one where Nintendo guy gets kidnapped. Oh, I know the one you're talking about. That's like a whole series, though. I know the one you're talking about. The one where they're, like, interrogating the Nintendo employee. I know that one. I've seen that one. That was like a promotional video, though. That wasn't a commercial. That was a promotional video they were playing, I think. Did you actually need the expansion pack to play the expansion pack to play Donkey Kong 64? Was that like absolutely necessary, or could you do it without it? Oh, you actually needed it. It wouldn't play without it? Okay. Okay. Huh. So you needed that and a Rumble Pack. That controller must have been heavy as shit. The game was big. It apparently. Well, I think it did come with the game. I'm pretty sure it was a pack-in with the game. That game might have been expensive at the time. Well, I mean, what other games on N64 use the expansion pack? I can't think of any. But then again, I might as well have skipped the N64. I never had the N64. Well, I had it, but I never had any games for it. Zelda? Oh, Star Fox, Zelda. Were there any games that ran better when you had it in there versus not? Like if you didn't have it in there, would games run worse? Or was it just better to have it, period? It's kind of like the Sega Saturn, how you got the 4-in-1 like memory expansion thing, yeah? Okay, Jet Force Gemini? Damn. They didn't run it all if you didn't have it? Wait, you needed the expansion pack with Zelda? I don't remember ever getting an expansion pack, and I thought I borrowed my friend's copy as Majora's Mask, and I don't remember having any issue. Weird. Huh. Well, alright then. Majora's Mask needed it? Huh. I swear I borrowed that game from a friend and I never had the expansion pack, and it worked just fine on mine. For Jet Force Gemini, ran slower, a lower resolution, everything is blurry if you don't have the expansion pack. Ah. It's required for perfect... Oh, wow. So, basically, how much was the expansion pack without... Well, let me just look this up. N64 expansion pack. I'm curious how much it cost. Let's see. According to this, it was an add-on for Nintendo that added 8 whole megabytes of RAM, chat, to your system. This allowed for greater resolution, longer draw distances, and more detailed graphics. It was bundled with Donkey Kong 64. Hey, Two Flicks, thank you. This allowed for greater resolution, blah, blah, blah. One of the few first games to utilize this. Nintendo published a few titles that either required it, specifically Donkey Kong 64, Majora's Mask, and Perfect Dark. Wow. Dinosaur Planet, cancel 64 game required to use any build lead. Ah, okay. It couldn't help Superman 64? No, it couldn't. Nothing could help Superman 64. Why'd you bring up Superman 64? That's got to be the worst game on that system, right? Besides Quest 64. Besides Quest 64, it's got to be Superman 64 is the worst game on N64. We gotta play. I am not playing Superman 64. I cannot commit to that. That game looked rough. Like, and I've played a lot of rough games on this stream, but I don't think I got that in me. I don't think I got that. I would rather play Bubsy 3D than before I played Superman 64. At least Bubsy 3D is based on a character I unironically like. Did anybody here have Superman 64? And you gotta tell me what your backstory was. Did you guys get that for like Christmas? And then tell me what was that like for you as a kid? Did anybody get Superman 64 as like a kid for Christmas? I'm genuinely curious. I owned it on N64, no expansion pack though. Didn't have it, my cousin had it. Hell no, no. I wasted my allowance on. Oh, that's worse when it's a wasted allowance. That's so much worse. Speaking of Superman 64, it was supposed to release on PlayStation, and from the looks of it, it looked very polished. Oh, really? Oh, excuse me, must have been a planned port, but like... But I guess whatever it was got canceled. Huh. It's kind of like how they were going to do a Bubsy 3D on Saturn, and I think they were going to do Resident Evil 2 on Saturn too. But I think those got canceled. There was a lot of 3D games that were going to be on Saturn that got canceled. Lace played a lot of Quest 64. Oh, that makes me sad. I'm sorry. I feel bad for the people who worked on Bubsy. Don't feel bad for the people who worked on Bubsy 3D. You want to know what happened to the people who made Bubsy 3D? They went on to make Siphon Filter? And they also made some of the... I think they made one of the Uncharted games on PSP. They're fine. That studio, I think, is still alive. Bubsy 3D is better than Superman 64? There's only one way to find out. But we got Spooky Scary Month coming up when we beat Shinobi, chat. So once I beat Shinobi, we're gonna start rearing up and gearing up for Spooky Scary Month. That's right. It's the month where I play all the scary games, fan games, whatever, that you guys recommend to me, and I play it with mixed results and jump scares that you guys can pay for. Such classics have been played on Spooky Scary Month, such as Nun Massacre, Look Out. Well, we didn't play Look Outside, but we're gonna get back to Look Outside. What are some horror games we played, chat? We played a lot of horror games. We played a lot of them. Too many to count, in fact. I'll make a thread y'all can post. Yeah, if y'all want to put spooky, scary games for me to play, put them in the Wolfpack ideas. I'll be real, the more free it is, the better. If it's free, I can guarantee play it on stream. But if it costs money, you can gift it, but it may be a bit. Oh yeah, Faith! How could I forget? 2 Mortises? What the hell? 2 Mortises, Sunrose? Thank you. Damn. Mortis. Did it glitch? Thank you. But no, yeah, Faith. We got Faith, Nun Massacre, Look Outside. I want to get some new ones in. Someone recommended that one Five Nights at Freddy's game. There's so many Five Nights at Freddy's games. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, we'll probably look at some of those soon. Also, chat, I don't want to do it, but I should, but I don't want to do it. If we can raise... How much is a heart monitor? I want to get a heart monitor for one of these spooky scary months, so y'all can see my heart rate when we play scary games. But I don't know how much those things cost. I was going to open up like a donation incentive. If we hit the number, I would buy a heart monitor so I could do it for Spooky Scary Month. But I don't know, man. I don't know how much they cost. I don't want to say that and have y'all donate and not be able to get it. So it's something I'm going to keep in mind, though. I'll look it up. Would you have the jelly bean? Wait, did we hit the bamboozled donation incentive? I'm gonna have to make a quick list of that. Oh, okay. So I will say this up front. I am not okay. No shade. Let me. In fact, come closer. Come closer. Come on. No, don't be scared. Come on. I'm not. I promise I'm not gonna jump scare or hit you. I promise. Come here. Thank you. Thank you. No shade to anybody who likes Sonic.exe. It's not for me. That is not scary to me. It's too goofy. I grew up with the Sonic franchise, and every time I see a Sonic with the bloody eyes thing, that's not scary to me. I can't do it. And I don't want to upset anybody who likes Sonic.exe. So let's avoid the Sonic EXE stuff. You don't like goofy horror? No, I don't know. The stuff I've seen about Sonic EXE just looks like it's I don't know, baby's first copy pasta, whatever, what do you call it? Like, if you like it, more power to you. I can tell I probably won't like that, and I don't wanna make people feel bad. Did I say copy pasta? Creepy pasta, my bad. Sonic Dreams Collection? I already played that. It's on the VOD channel. We are not revisiting that game. I've already played that. Woo! That was a playthrough. Uh-huh. I'm not playing that game again, ever. Once was enough. Uh-oh, YouTube's on his shit again. Come on, YouTube, work with me. I am not playing Sonic Omens again. That game is dead to me. I refuse to touch that game. How dare you say Sonic Omens in my presence? I suffered through that whole ass game. No, I'm not going through that again. Calm down, Wolf. Calm down. Calm down. I'm good. No, I'm not. How dare you say that? Oh my god. Oh, there it goes. Woo! That game pissed me off, chat. That game pissed me off. Alright, chat. We're gonna have to get into this. We got some Shinobi to do. We gotta beat this so we can start our spooky scary month. Let's get into it, chat. Lace, I'm gonna catch you later. I know you gotta leave because you don't want to get spoiled on this game, because I think we're close to the end of it. But for those of you sticking around, let's get through this so we can get to spooky scary month. I also want to beat Shinobi. Let's do this.